Hey, hi, and welcome. Okay, what you're looking at here is some silver. I am a Canadian. I went into the Canadian Mint like a Canadian would do, and I bought some silver. Now, these are silver coins, obviously. And I want to, my NASCAR one isn't staying open, talk about silver investing for beginners. Now, I'm going to do, on each coin, I'll do its own little video. And I got 3 150 coins. There's two, these two are the same, and this one's a little different. And then I've got the last one of the Looney. This one's really nice, of this type that was at the Mint. And I got a NASCAR one. And this one was cheap. This one was 20 some odd bucks. So, silver investing. Okay, I am not what you would call I'm not a financial expert or anything like that. I'm just a guy who is getting into stackable silver. And there's two types of really, I guess you can really get. And one is basically going to be either you get yourself some, investment silver, or kind of like collector coin kind of silver like this. Now, there's a few things that you need to know. For example, the coins might not be the same as investing silver. But I want to show you something here. Hopefully my GoPro's catching it right here. So you see Queen Elizabeth, you see DG Regina, and $10. This has a face value of $10. So regardless if silver goes up or down, that has a non-circulated currency. As a non-circulated currency, meaning if you go into a store, this thing is still worth $10. But the thing is that the store clerk might not know what it's what's worth. Now this one doesn't have a face value on it. Does it? No, it doesn't. So this one is, kind of purely a collector coin. So that's something. But the thing for it to maintain value, the 20 for 20 coins, they didn't have any of those left. But the thing for it to maintain value is that it has to stay in this little capsule, whatever this is in the NASCAR one here, and it has to stay in there. And it also has to, it's a good idea, according to the ladies said. Keep the box, keep everything. I don't like the bulk of the boxes, because if you want to get a lot of silver, these things are pretty bulky. I'll have a look at the Looney. Each one has its description. So if it has a face value on it, it'll maintain that face value. So this is $1. This is worth $1 no matter what silver's worth. This is worth $1. This is a legal dollar. Oh, that was a legal $1 too. So it's only worth $1, even though that's the most silver there. So you'll get more probably for the actual silver content than you would for the actual, so this one's the face value is $1. Now, even if this was made out of coin, it would still be a face value of $1. But what you notice, these say 150 on it, 150 years. Well, for those of you who are not Canadian, 2017 is 150 years since Confederation. So these might have historical value to them and that type of thing. So that's another thing to consider. So how the coins will go up and down in value. As I find that stuff out, I'll let you know. But this is kind of one of those things. You're not buying it to make a quick return on it. Like, this is something when you're old and gray, you're going to probably cash them in at that time or whatever. Or maybe you get enough of them, they go up a little bit in value, you trade them in and you buy, say, gold. Now, the cost of these ones. So I'll just give you an idea of what kind of money you're looking at. Now, apparently you're going to lose probably about 80% value right off, like buying a car or anything like that. You're going to lose value right away. Okay, so the $10, these guys here, these two here, Silver Maple Leafs, $29.95 each, no tax. The 2017 $1 special edition proof dollar is $59.95 each, no tax. One nice thing about like minted currency, there's no tax on it. So this one here is a special edition as well. And the $1 Silver Lucky Looney, this one right here, is $39.95. The NASCAR medallion, that did have tax on it. That's half-ounce silver. So half-ounce there, and I think these are 3/4 of an ounce, and that's a 1/4 ounce or whatever it is. That one was $29.95. What is taxes, everything? So there was $3 of HSD, TVH, I don't know what the hell's TBH? A new tax, I guess. Subtotal 189.75. Total 193.64. So for a guy like me, this is a lot of money, like to be investing. But I'm thinking of it from a point of view of where will it be in the future? Like, what is it going to be worth in the future? I'm also thinking of it as a bit of an insurance policy rather than more of a short-term investment. So we'll have a quick look at these. Some people say get stackable silver, but the problem with stackable silver, okay, if silver just drops right out of the market, which I don't think it will, but let's say it goes down to like 10 cents an ounce. Okay, well, all these will be worth more than that. Now, it's probably never going to do that. But the thing about the stackable silver, it has no monetary face value, from what I understand. It's not a currency. It's a commodity that you basically, it's market related. But this, no matter what, I'll always be able to get $10 for, because it is a circulated currency. Now, also keep in mind that I can go, although if you go to a common store, they're not going to know how to take that and say, look, this is worth $10, even if you paid $30 for it. So you say, well, you're losing money. Well, not necessarily. As an insurance policy, that's still worth $10. So you can go into a bank. Certain banks might not. Again, it's like if you go into a mom and pop shop, or you go into some banks, because this is not something. It's a non-circulated currency. It is currency. It is official currency from the Canadian Mint. But the people won't know what its value is, because they don't deal with it on a daily basis. So you can go into a bank, and different banks, and they'll basically take, find a way to exchange it for, let's say you want the $10 bill, or 2 5s, or whatever it is. You actually want it, a more easy to exchange currency. They'll do that there. You'll have to do your little bit of research on what banks will do this, and it probably has to be one of the, because in Canada we have, forget how many major banks, I think 3 or 4 major banks and 13 financial institutions. So this financial, for example, I'll give you just some. The Royal Bank of Canada is a national bank. CIBC, Bank of Nova Scotia, TD Bank. The rest, I use the Case Populaire here in Quebec. That's a financial institution. It's technically not a bank. So they might not know how to deal with this at all. But go into your local institution or bank and see what they say on it. Say, okay, well, if I had silver and I wanted to trade it in for a currency, circulated currency, you can go in there. They'll probably fill you in on that. Now that's it. Just to kind of wrap this up, because I don't want to keep it too long. I'll do a little bit on each one. But the thing is that's if you want the monetary value of a circulated currency. So non-circulated currency, but it is currency. So it is a wise investment. But let's say silver goes to $600 an ounce. Well, yeah, you can see how paying $60 at that point, it wouldn't be a bad deal. How you'd go about that, what you would take in the loss of the exchange. Again, things to research for yourself. But you're not doing this as a get-rich-quick scheme. Keep your boxes, even these boxes. Keep everything, all these things. Now, what I might do is, this is all the silver I have in the world, but I'd like to collect more. So what I'll probably do is tag each box with each coin, keep all the papers and stuff like that. Put the boxes aside somewhere. You could store them in a shed, store them wherever, as long as they stay in good condition, right? Store them anywhere. Just rebox the boxes, and then take the coins, put them in the safety deposit box, or if you can find a trusted safety deposit box place to, or institution that will hold it for you, you can do that. Bury it in the ground like a treasure chest. Who knows? I'll explain a little more in a second why I'm buying the silver. But that's just my basic beginning to it. There we go. All right, g'day, hi, and welcome. Okay, what you're looking at here is some silver. I am a Canadian. I went into the Canadian Mint like a Canadian would do, and I bought some silver. Now, these are silver coins, obviously. And I want to, my NASCAR one isn't staying open, talk about silver investing for beginners. Now, I'm going to do, on each coin, I'll do its own little video. And I got 3 150 coins. These two are the same, and this one's a little different. And then I've got the last one of the Looney. This one's really nice, of this type that was at the Mint. And I got a NASCAR one. And this one was cheap. This one was 20 some odd bucks. So silver investing. Okay, I am not what you would call I'm not a financial expert or anything. I'm just a guy who is getting into stackable silver. And there's two types of really, I guess you can really get. And one is basically going to be either you get yourself some, investment silver, or kind of like collector coin kind of silver like this. Now, there's a few things that you need to know. For